Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks kick off their in-season tournament at home with the New York Knicks in their building. Normally these Bucks-Knicks matchups go down to the wire. Greek Freak's trying to make that not be a thing, and the new Buck, Damian Lillard's on the same type of time, showing you what the grind can do. Dame nails the deep three. Obviously, the courts are adjusted for the in-season tournament. Dame said he actually likes brighter colored courts. That's interesting. I'm going to take him at his word because he was fantastic in this one. He nails another three. But Dame had the duel with New York Knicks star guard Jalen Brunson. And Brunson is continuing that momentum that he had last postseason. 17 of 30 from the field. A little now you see me, now you don't from JB. Single-handedly keeping New York in this ball game. They're down 6. Other end, Antetokounmpo nails the 3 in the 4th. Bucks back up by a smooth 9. Here's some defense from the Milwaukee Bigs. First, it's Giannis blocking Isaiah Hartenstein, and then Brook Lopez is getting some of what the homie had, because it really ain't no fun if the homie can't get nothing. I don't know what Dante DiVincenzo had planned. All I know is Lopez said, "You're not doing it today." 8 blocks for Brook. Great Milwaukee defense. He couldn't get to that one, though, as Brunson gets inside and scores again. And then JB, this all a part of his 45-point night. Brunson puts the Knicks up a deuce with 70 seconds to go. Milwaukee needs an answer, and their answer is Dame time. And usually when it's Dame time, it's game time. Dame for 3, and then off the cut, it's Lillard. One more again. This all a part of his 30-point night. 4 rebounds, 4 assists for Lillard. Add in Giannis is 22 and 8. It's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to beat the New York Knicks 110-105. Donovan Mitchell doing some pregame thinking. What y'all think he's thinking about? Man, I can't wait to not pass this ball to my teammates. I pray they don't ask for the ball. Indiana Pacers hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. First quarter, Bruce Brown making it look easy. And then on the other end, it's Mitchell scoring. He ain't passing that ball too much. And then, to be fair to Donovan, if I had game like him, I don't know how much passing I would be doing either. Evan Mobley with the nice block. And here's a pass from Mitchell. Come on, y'all. I love when people define narratives. Beautiful play from Evan Mobley. Beautiful find from Mitchell to Mobley on the other end. And then here's more Donovan not passing the ball. It's Mitchell nailing the 3 after a sick pump fake. Again, if I had game like Donovan, I don't know how much passing I would be doing either. We'll talk about it more in a second. Other end, Miles Turner nails the 3. The Pacers would gain control of this game in a second. They're up by 15 points here. There's more defense leading the offense. Tyrese Halliburton's going to find Obi Toppin, who always seems to find himself in the air, throwing down major dunks. He's fitting in quite nicely with Indiana. Third quarter, Darius Garland on a do-it-himself mission. Nice fake and score. And then here's more Garland. Off the steal. This time we got the fake of the pass. He keeps it for himself, and Garland knows what to do with it. Cleveland comes back to take the 1-point lead. Fourth quarter we go, shall we? Isaac Okora's going to find Mr. You-Know-Who, and it's Mitchell nailing the 3. We are tied at 100 in the in-season tournament. Buddy Hield's like, shoot, if Mitchell don't got to pass it, I don't want to pass it either. 14 points for Buddy. He nailed 4 3-pointers for the Pacers. They're up 3, under 2 minutes to go. It's that man again. Mitchell had 38 points, 9 assists. See, he did pass the ball. He did pass the ball. Tyrese Halliburton's going to nail the long juice, and this actually puts the Pacers up by 3. He had 13 assists to go along with his 18 points. He loves passing. And here's the play of the game right here. Miles Turner with the huge block on Evan Mobley. Mobley's the one usually doing the blocking. This time around, Turner giving Evan some of his own medicine. Turns out to be the play of the game as Caris LeVert gets a look to tie the game up. He misses. Miles has been playing some really good ball for Indiana. I got to give him a lot of credit. Had a lot of trade rumors surrounding his name over the last couple years. Just went out and balled for his Indiana squad. He had 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks and it's Indiana beating Cleveland by 5. DeMar DeRozan and the Chicago Bulls kick their in-season tournament off at home against the Brooklyn Nets. Give Chicago a front row seat to see the many athletes present on the Brooklyn Nets team. Don't know what this team's going to become, but they got some pieces. You saw Mikal Bridges getting his bag, and on the other end, it's DeRozan. DeMar, still one of the most skilled scorers we got in the game today. Off the turnover, Spencer Dinwiddie had options. He ends up going to Ben Simmons, who throws it down. Brooklyn up by 4. Simmons trying to get Dorian Finney-Smith involved. The ball is turned over. It's Zach LaVine and nothing but open space. That's going to usually end up being a dunk. This time around, Zach doesn't have as much open space, but he creates it going right at Simmons. And now if I'm being, I got to feel like we beefing. Zach has been relentless to kick this year off. LaVine putting Chicago up by 3. Before we go to the locker room, though, how about Dorian Finney-Smith led the Brooklyn Nets in scoring in this one. As we go to the third quarter, Kobe White showing you what hard work and grind can do. Chicago's up by 3. They would extend their lead to 7. Ben Simmons says, "Not so fast. Where you going?" I tell you where Simmons is going, straight to the rim where he's most comfortable. DeRozan, one of his patented mid-range jump shots go, and we got a tight one going into the 4th. Here comes another Brooklyn surge. First it was Dinwiddie, and then it's Bridges for 3. And if some is good, more is better. Ben now finding Dorian Finney-Smith, who had 21 points. He was 5 of 9 from the three-point line. 2-point game, 75 seconds to go. Look at Bridges get right around Zach. Mikal had 20 points himself. Brooklyn's up 4. With a minute to go, it's LaVine. He has been on one all year, just aggressive. Chicago's down 2 with LaVine at the line. He intentionally misses the free throw. Simmons actually taps it out in Chicago's favor. LaVine had a pass to Caruso. He kept it for himself and misses the go-ahead three-pointer. Chicago loses at home by 2. Jordan Poole getting sweaty pregame as the Washington Wizards head to Miami for a good time in South Beach, hopefully, and a not-so-good time taking on Jimmy Butler in the Heat. It started out good, though. Jordan Poole nails the three-pointer, and then things went bad. Jimmy Butler the steal and the dunk. But first, hold on, more good Washington basketball. Wright's going to get Kyle Kuzma a look, and Kuzma's going to knock it down. Kyle had 22 points. But like I previously teased to you guys, it did get ugly for Washington. Duncan Robinson nails the 3. I love irony in life. A guy named Duncan and he never dunks, but he's an NBA player. That's hilarious to me. Speaking of dunks, Bam Adebayo does a lot of dunking. He throws it down. And Tyler Hero, he ain't doing too much dunking, but he been balling out. He puts Miami up as we go into halftime. Third quarter, Adebayo just showing what grind and hard work can do. Little don't mind if I do layup. And then Butler on the receiving end of an easy deuce. And I want you to check out this hook shot with the left from Adebayo. That is kind of wild. He puts the Heat up by 22. Hero puts the ball on the ground and thinks, I'm pretty good. I'm just going to shoot the basketball. Tyler Hero has been balling to kick this season off. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists for Tyler. There's NBA champion Thomas Bryant. Put some respect on Thomas's name. He throws it down. And then here's Duncan staying true to brand. See, we call that a callback in the business. A layup, not a dunk for Duncan. And then we close the highlight out with my Vol for life, Josh Richardson. Covered him while we were both students at the University of Tennessee. Happy to see him still doing his thing, still in the league. Miami wins by 7. This one wasn't that close, though. 121-114 is your final. Jaren Jackson and the Memphis Grizzlies still trying to figure some things out. They're in Oregon to take on the Portland Trail Blazers. One thing that Memphis has figured out is Desmond Bane. Now, Desmond had a great year 2 seasons ago, and he was good last year, but not great. He's back great to kick this year off. Robert Williams, same face, new place, doing it on both ends of the court. We know the game. Robert Williams the block, Robert Williams the alley. Other end, it's more Bane. He nails another three, 33 points, 8 boards for Desmond. Memphis is up. But then here comes some more of that Portland athleticism. Shaedon Sharpe just kind of throws it up at the rim. He can hang in the air for so long, it looks easy to him. And then DeAndre Ayton nails the deuce right before the half. It's Portland taking the 1-point lead. Third quarter. Slow motion. Jared Jackson goes and one. And then David Roddy spinning, winning, and dealing. Off the turnover. Look at this pass from Malcolm Brogdon. It kind of feels ill-advised, but he gets it to Jeremy Grant, who knows what to do with it. It ends up working out. We got a tight one. Fourth quarter, Memphis would actually go up by 10 points as Jackson nails the three and then Bane goes high off the glass. But Portland's got fight left in them. Brogdon gets a look and then knocks it down. And then with the Blazers down 7, it's Grant nailing the deuce. About a 26-point game for Grant. Portland still trailing, but coming back. More Brogdon. Quick deuce. Grizzlies need a bucket. They get one, but Zaire Williams is called for hanging on the rim. You be the judge. I do not like this call. There are Blazers in the area. Players trying to protect themselves. Zaire had a big injury last year. Don't like it. It was a pivotal one. Portland gets a free throw at the line. The deficit gets cut down to 2 in the last seconds. Shaedon gets the foul call and nails another free throw. We're tied at 102. Last chance for the Grizzlies in regulation. Luke Kennard gets a look. Check out the athleticism on Shaedon Sharpe. Look at how much distance he recovered to block that potential game winner at the buzzer. We would go to overtime in the extra period. More Shaedon nailing the three. And then Grant, like if some is good, as more is better. Because it really ain't no fun if the homie can't get none. The Portland Trailblazers come all the way back in the fourth and use OT to get the 115-113 win. Luka Doncic making that Denver Nuggets crowd very happy to arrive early, nailing some half-court threes. You're not going to see Jokic shooting it from that far, but wherever Jokic practices from, trust and believe, he will shoot it from in-game and make it, by the way. Mavericks Nuggets gives us an opportunity to enjoy the greatness that is Luka Doncic. A beautiful behind-the-back pass on the money to my Vol for life, Grant Williams. By the way, Grant's been shooting it really well from three thus far this season as a Dallas Mav. Look at the array of moves that Jamal Murray gives Dallas, Josh Green to be specific. That's what you got to deal with as an NBA player, by the way. That comes after the Jokic three. Denver's got the early lead. Luka keeping Dallas around, but the Mavs got to pay attention off the inbound. Jokic goes to KCP, up top to Aaron Gordon. And then right before the half, it's Jokic nailing the three. Denver's up by 15 as we took a recess. Third quarter, Michael Porter Jr. ain't doing too much passing. If he gets it, 9 times out of 10, he's shooting it. Jokic, sometimes he passes, sometimes he shoots. This is a pass from Jokic inside to Aaron Gordon, a beautiful one at that. My hot take is the Denver Nuggets, Mike Malone specifically, lied to Jokic and told him that the in-season tournament is the playoffs because he's playing out of his mind right now to kick this season off. Jokic finds Peyton Watson, who throws it down. I don't know if that pass was for Reggie Jackson or Peyton fooling with Jokic. You never know. All I know is Denver's up a bunch, and then Luka decides to take over this basketball game. The Don inside, the Don outside, thought he got fouled. Just like that, the Mavs are down 11. Look at this beautiful pass from Luka to Irvin, who nails the three. Doncic had 8 assists to go along with 10 rebounds and 34 points. As the Mavs make their run, the only difference is the Nuggets got the best player in the world. Shout out to Luka. He's great. But Jokic is on another level right now. 33 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists for the NBA's best. The Denver Nuggets beat the Dallas Mavericks 125-114. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors in Oklahoma City to take on a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander-less Thunder squad. But be clear, OKC was very much so game at home in this one. Steph's been game all season. He nails the three. Other end, look at this beautiful up fake from the rookie Chet Holmgren looking really nice to kick his professional career off. Klay Thompson's been doing this for a little minute. As you see the work, he nails a three. And how about this pass? Oh my God. Steph up top to GP2. Daddy was a baller, but he couldn't fly like that. Gary Payton II throwing it down. And then Curry's like, enough of that pass and stuff. Let me nail the three. And then beautiful ball movement from all of the Warriors. It ends up in the hands of Klay Thompson, who nails the three. Third quarter, OKC comes alive. It's Chet inside. Grown man Deuce, his little boy Day Demar. And then Holmgren off the spin, up fake on Andrew Wiggins. That is not an easy task. And Chet scores. Luguentz Dortz couldn't miss from three. He goes 6 for 6 from three. He had 29 points. Not to mention, Chet gives you 22 points. The Thunder are up late against the Warriors. Josh Giddey added in 18. And then Giddey going right at Klay and coming away with a bucket. The Thunder are up by 6. Here comes the Warriors. Kuminga had 19. Those are the loudest of his 19. Then Draymond. That and one goes. He had 15. Klay Thompson nails the three. He had 18. We're tied up with 2 minutes to go. Other end, Jalen Williams catches Chris Paul slipping and makes him pay for it. Thunder up by 3. A minute to go. It's Curry connecting. Thought he was fouled. Warriors down a point. 23 seconds to go. Draymond finds GP2. Didn't dunk it this time, but still scored. We're tied at 139 in the closing seconds. How about Curry? Going glass. Some controversy here, though. Refs review this one. You be the judge. Here's what the refs came up with. They acknowledged that Draymond interfered with the basket, but they're claiming it came after Josh Giddey touched the net first. So by those guidelines, the bucket counts. Game winner for Steph. He had 30 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. The Warriors win a really good game, 141 to 139. What the heck is wrong with Draymond Green? He recently made some post-game comments about the Warriors' chemistry last year versus this year that I believe were clearly in direction to Jordan Poole, the former Golden State Warrior guard. Draymond said last year we had an awful team as far as chemistry goes. It was pathetic. You look at last year and say, oh, man, this team hasn't lost a Western Conference series under Steve Kerr, and then it happens. The big reason was our chemistry sucked. Last year was horse-ish. It was hard to come to work. It was not fun, you know. I want to give Warriors head coach Steve Kerr credit for coming behind Draymond and cleaning those comments up. He said, I think it's unfair for people to just point at Jordan. That's wrong. Last year went haywire for a lot of different reasons. Jordan was fantastic while he was here. He helped us win a championship, and I hate that he gets any criticism. Last year went wrong for a number of reasons, and we all share blame in that. Thank you, Steve Kerr, for coming behind Draymond and cleaning that comment up. And the reason why I believe what Draymond said is ridiculous, because Draymond apparently has forgot that he was in the wrong for what happened last year and why the chemistry was so off. Look, I saw the reaction to that TMZ video from when Draymond knocked Jordan Poole clean out off his feet. If you look at the video again, go look back at it and talk to your boy Ferro once you look back at it. Warriors teammates and staff didn't react the way you would think they would have reacted to somebody getting punched at practice in a professional setting. To me, either Draymond had done something similar like that to Jordan in the past and it wasn't recorded, or people knew Jordan had it coming to him. That is my prediction and what I put together. That's my take of the Draymond Jordan Poole punch heard around the world. That's my opinion. But here's, to me, something that's indisputable. The Warriors didn't go hard enough on Draymond's punishment. Obviously, keep in mind that was coming off the championship. They didn't want Draymond to not be present for ring night. Draymond comes around and pretty much avoids any type of punishment and then ends up getting a new contract as a pardon gift for smacking Jordan, who ends up getting traded a year later to the Washington Wizards, one of the worst teams in the NBA. So you don't punish Draymond pretty much, and he gets a new contract. What the Warriors have done is what you should never do with a child at the age of 7 years old. The first time your kid decides to test mommy, test daddy with a little smack on the arm, a little smack out on the face, whatever the case may be, if you don't nip it in the bud, studies show that one day that smack will become a punch, and it won't be inside of your house. It will be while you're at the grocery store, while you're at the doctor, while you're picking your kid up from school. And if you don't stop it there, when that kid is old enough, one day that kid is going to test you, male or female, and is going to try to smack you or punch you or just straight up beat your ass. You know how the old saying goes. You better nip it in the bud early, because we live in a world where people will take you for granted. And Draymond, because he didn't get punished, he didn't get traded, he ended up getting a new contract, is taking the Warriors' kindness because he is a one-of-one talent. And I got to give Draymond that. He is a one-of-one. He's taking advantage of the Golden State Warriors and them not being hard on him after the Jordan Poole punch. I like Draymond a lot, but I'm going to keep it a spade. I'm not going to lie to y'all. That's not my responsibility, not my job on this platform. Draymond now has convinced himself that Jordan Poole punched him. That's what it feels like for him to go to that podium and say, yeah, last year the chemistry was just off. It was horse shit, is what Draymond said. As if he wasn't the one that made it horse shit. It's baffling to me. If I go cheat on a test and my teacher or my professor looks the other way, now, the smart person would not cheat again, but the human in me is going to try it again. If that professor looks the other way and doesn't hold me accountable, next time we got another test, I'm going to try it again. A smart person would walk away and say, whew, thank the man above for blessing me. But that's not how we're doctored as humans. The more people give, the more we take. If we will take advantage of you if you allow us. That's what humans do more times than not. Some of us are able to hold back. Most of us can't. And I think Draymond is taking the Warriors' kindness for granted. I really do. I believe that, and I appreciate Steve Kerr doing the best he can to clean up that comment. Other than that, I think Draymond got the whole Golden State Warriors organization scared. I do. I think he got them scared crapless. They moving around on eggshells like he the order of the day team. I want to thank you guys so much for the time, love, and support. It's what your boy will never take for granted. Draymond Green says last year's Warriors chemistry was horse-ish, and it's almost as if he forgot he was the reason why it was horse-ish. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Please like this video, and please stay tuned for more great quality content from your boy. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing.
Why build theirs when I believe I can build my own?
You've already done it, or I wouldn't be here.
I'm already the only elite sports and music journalist in the game today. My goal is simple, to be the best there's ever been. So, please don't go. Make sure you subscribe and follow the journey. It truly means everything to me. I tell stories. I talk music. I cover sports. I am culture. I am Ferro.